What's going on, world? It's your boy Gemini Brown here, back with another episode of Kicking Knowledge. Today, we'll be taking a look at Mercury and Scorpio and what it's like to have Mercury and Scorpio in your natal chart. So, let's get into it. What is Mercury? Mercury is the planet of communication. It correlates to how we learn, our analytical mind, how we read, how we write. Also dealing with communication, how the words sound coming out of our mouths. So communication style. Mercury represents skills, specifically skills by hands. It's our curiosity, okay? And Scorpio is the sign of transformation. It is originally correlates to the 8th house. It deals with intimacy. It's a water sign, so very receptive. All right. So first thing I want you to know about this Mercury is that Mercury in Scorpio has a lot of significance here, but it's not going to be overt. It all depends upon where you are within your spiritual journey. So I kind of want to say this. If we look at this from the personality level, this isn't a social Mercury. I am a Mercury in Gemini, where Mercury naturally rules, in this realm of personality and all of that. So when it comes to those particular things, the Mercury in Gemini functions in has a desire to outwardly express. This is a feminine sign. It is in a sign of intimacy and secrecy. So the first thing I want you to know about this Mercury is that there is not too much of a social Mercury. Okay, so even if this may be a Mercury who has a lot to say, but isn't naturally overly opinionated or expressive, okay? I feel like the more you get to know them, and especially over time, people that I've known for quite a while with this position, as they've matured and grown into themselves, like spiritually expounded, that Mercury has a lot more to say. But typically, very, very low key. All right. Then I that leads to this thing that you want to know about them, where in my practice, whenever it's something to do with synastry, this is good for you, Mercury and Scorpios. There's always kind of this problem of that, like, I feel like I'm not connecting with this person like how I want to. I feel like they're holding something back. And the great thing about having this knowledge of astrology is just understanding that, well, this is the nature of that person. And then what I like to kind of communicate to individuals, let them know, Mercury and Scorpio is naturally a probing person. They're probing you. They want your secrets and they don't want to reveal their own. So if you're a person like myself who's pretty psychological and mentally sound, you're picking up on that. Okay, so you're not going to reveal if they're not revealing. And that kind of begins a stalemate. So the wisdom here is that, everything relates back to balance. It's got to be a nice balance of give and take here. But naturally, the Mercury and Scorpio person will probe and get those secrets of others. So that also translates to others being able to open up towards them. Okay. And then that can lead towards a natural affinity for the realm of like psychology or careers in which the intellect could be put to use through research or communication, like being an investigative journalist or a writer of occult topics and things like that. Right. So this is the natural mode of the intellect. I'm looking for secrets. So a great example I always like to use with this position is, let's say we got 3 books, okay? 3 books on the table, and then you get a Mercury and Scorpio individual. One book is the Bible. The next one is Ancient Mysteries of the World. And then the last one is a how-to book. Which one do you think the Mercury and Scorpio person will take? The answer is no answer. They really would gravitate towards all of them. But the natural inclination early on, depending on the house, is going to tell you where it's going to go. So say we have a Mercury in the 6th house. It can be one where they pick the how-to book, but within it's a how-to book on the mind, right? So trying to find a practical way to psychologically understand or fasten the intellect, right? Or they pick the Bible to gain a more practical understanding of the curiosity going on. But like I said, this is a Mercury geared towards the mysteries or the secrets, but the house will be revealing of the interactions and kind of where it fastens itself. Okay, so next thing I would say about this Mercury in Scorpio is, let's talk about like its aspects. So if this Mercury in Scorpio is conjunct Pluto, and I've been able to see this a lot. This really develops the intellect to a in-depth level. It gives the person the ability to really lock in and find success through a career. And depending on the house in which it ends up, that Mercury and Pluto could really translate towards financial power, or some form of power in that area. So let's say it's your 10th house, so having your own business or a career that really um, allows you to be in control, right? But the key thing is that this Mercury here, like if conjunct Pluto, intensifies and can like focus, right? Or if let's say it aspects Mars, it's more of a drive or an intensity towards it. So Mercury benefits from the aspects that it receives, whether it be directly or through like house rulership. And then others, I always like to tell them, look towards Mars and Pluto for both of them. They're gonna give you, both insight and influence on things going on. Okay. All right. So I want to talk about the spiritual side of this Mercury, and the spiritual side will deal largely with secrecy. Now it's twofold. On one side, this Mercury can, like, let's say, an aspect with the North Node, can produce an obsessive energy or desire that translate, if unable to be fulfilled, can translate in escapism and addiction, specifically like sexual addiction. All right. And the Mercury and Scorpio is gonna fall into this scenario. It's like, yeah, man, they live in this, you know what I'm saying, this double life. Now, ultimately, that's spiritual in the sense that it leads to transformation. It's like I can't keep doing this shit forever. And it propels them to gain that, going in, go to that dark night of the soul and, transform out of that. The next aspect of it is the Mercury in Scorpio, who's really into the occult, but unable or unwilling to share that with others. Okay, so this can be your anyone. Like my I don't know. This cool thing about what I do is that, you know how they say souls don't recognize each other by face. Like whenever I connect with you guys, it's not about color or anything. It's just energy. So Mercury and Scorpio, when we do attach it to the physical, it's like, yo, this could be your person who just works regular old run of the mill job, but is deep into the fucking occult, or has their astrological knowledge. So think about that from the mental perspective of the Mercury and Scorpio, and how them having that awareness and not even dispelling that allows them to see the world or further communicate based on what they're trying to observe and understand. Um, but overall, interesting position, very interesting position. Like I said, lots of spiritual potential on the personality level. Do some work, being more conscious of playing the game. So if you know, if you get like maybe this is different, definitely for sure with Libras. Libra energy could definitely smoothen out that and then just certain house alignments. But yeah, this is my interpretation of Mercury in Scorpio. Hope you guys enjoyed. If you have this position, feel free to chime in. Let me know what you think. If you need a reading, click the description link. Check out my website. Send me an email. We'll set something up. Till next time, peace.